one of the things that I remember you talking about with me and Christopher was that Chimera, this episode came at a time, but like you were saying with your marriage, came at a time in your life when you said, I was starting to get David back.
Yeah.
You know? And it really strengthened you at that time. And I thought that was such a good story.
Yeah. It was very empowering. And even though I complained that Peter didn't pick me for Pete Shanahan, I really appreciated the fact that I got to work on that show. And it made a big difference in my life to be a part of this wonderful thing. And there was a beat where Amanda and I go out and we go dancing at like this old kind of retirement
basement
thing. Yeah. And we go back. Oh, no, you know what? That is that. But there was another moment where my character is bringing her to the house and I'm just like lost in her eyes, you know. And listen, when you do comedy, you embellish.
Yeah.
You throw stuff out there, right? But when you're doing dramatic stuff, usually you stay right on point with what's happening, you know? So I had this moment where I'm looking in her eyes and I'm supposed to leave. And you know, we have this like chemistry moment thing. And I just said, have I left yet? And it stayed in. It was funny, but it was that genuine moment as an actor where I wasn't thinking about anything other than being in the moment with her, you know, which was so nice. But the story is when we went to the dance thing and then we came home, Will again was directing this episode. And when we go inside, we're supposed to make out. Now, when you're making out as an actor, you go like this. You go, I have popped a mint, just so you know, and I didn't have any tuna sandwiches at lunch. And I'm, you know, would you like me to go right? Do you want to go left? Like, you know, it's like you want to, you know, be respectful of the other person. And she just said, have at it, you know, like, let's go for it. And I was like,
my God.
All right.
Amanda tapping.
So, I mean, I kissed her and like I kind of not threw her, but I put her up against the wall and like I did her neck with loving and stuff. And we made out and it was hot, right? It was good. So obviously when you're shooting something, you need to do coverage and different things.
Right.
And they beat it. And Will came up and said, you know, we got that in one take. Like, we're good. We can move on. How do you guys feel? And Amanda Tapping said, oh, yeah, no, we're doing that again. And so that was my favorite part. So I tell that story when I'm doing the cameos and, you know, she goes, again. So now when I'm kissing my wife, we'll be done kissing and she'll go, again. So funny. But yeah, I mean, come on, it makes me feel good. And that was sweet.
It's a good show, you know. I mean, she was with, you know, she was, her heart was set aside for Jack. You know, that was established, you know, pretty early on that there's a layer of sexual tension that runs throughout the show with them. But sooner or later,
which was genius of the creators to have that be something that is, you know, we call it the Sam and Diane thing on Cheers. Like, are they ever going to be together?
Right.
It's very,
you know,
clever of them.
While he's her superior officer, that's not possible. So, I mean, there was that component in it. But at some point, if the show keeps on going, you've got to give the woman something other to do than just talking science technobabble the entire time. You know, her personal life almost became a joke. And then you came in and helped show that besides her relationship with Janet and Cassandra, that, you know, there could be more to her personal life as well. So
right, and also giving her, you know, the awareness that at some point you have to make that decision.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I did not know this, by the way. The whole shipper, not shipper.
Oh,
thing.
God. What a wasp nest you were walking
someone
into.
Someone was like, we're so happy you're here. And just be careful, because there's some shippers here that really don't like Stalker Pete. And I'm like, who's Stalker Pete? Who is this person?
Here we go.
I I was like, what? And I really had to justify myself. I was like, if you're in a relationship and someone is not telling you the truth and you have a funny feeling, you're going to like check them out. And I'm a cop. So why wouldn't you go after them to see? So
that's what everyone does now today anyway with Google. You know, we all do that now. But 18 years ago, you know.
Which was my version of Google. And I got lambasted for it. But I have had several be like, I'm a shipper, but I love you. I think you're so wonderful and sweet. And I was like, yeah, thank you. But that I didn't know. I was really taken aback.
Pete didn't warn you at all? Peter didn't warn you at all that was, you know?
No.
Because if anyone had their pulse, you know, him, Joe Malazzi, you know, they were watching. And they knew what a huge fan base Jack and Sam had.
Yeah, I understand that. But here's the thing. And this is what I would say to some of the fans. Nothing has happened for many years. And as a human being, there's certain things that need to happen in your life.
Eventually.
Don't you care about Sam? Don't you want her to have a little fun? You know?
Yeah, apparently not. Jeez. Yeah, I loved it though. I mean, I loved all. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, would I have wanted her to be with Pete? I don't know. I kind of let the characters do what they want to do.
Together. They had to be together. That's the bottom line. It's just, you know, and then.
But you have to give her something, you know, someone to be with. Something to do.
Didn't it end with all of them at a cabin fishing? Right?
That chapter of SG-1, definitely.
But it didn't fully answer the question whether they were together or not.
There was a deleted scene in Atlantis in an episode Trio where one of the characters, they're on a mission, one of the characters asks something. I forget what the line was. Are you seeing someone or something? But I am seeing someone and he's in Washington, D.C. And at that point, O'Neill was at the Pentagon. So it is from all the people who were involved in the show, it is, as far as they're concerned, they're together. And as far as Amanda is concerned, they're together.
Yeah.
At this point.
And Pete Shanahan is just still crying in the corner.
Nah, I doubt it. I know. He back in Denver. He saved some girl's life.
But now that scene you're talking about was in Stargate Atlantis, right?
Yeah,
but when
she did a season of the show. She was a regular for a year.
Got it. So, but when SG-1 closed, finished, they tried to leave it ambiguous.
Right, because Rick was gone after season 8. They went on seasons 9 and 10, and so there's in season 9, Malcolm Barrett, one of the FBI, pseudo FBI, not an FBI agent, but it's basically that, said, "How's Pete?" And she's like, "Oh, you know, we're not really together anymore." But she basically communicated that she was not available. So we have to just acknowledge and accept the fact that she's romantically, she's set.
She's okay.
She's okay. And so is Pete. Thanks for watching this clip from Dial the Gate. You can find the full live stream shows on our YouTube channel or visit dialthegate.com for the complete schedule. See you on the other side.